The following is an Ellwood City Sports production.
Two to the right. Quick pass out there to Dom Ho. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He's got blockers down. He goes, makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Does a little wiggle all the way. He's still on his feet. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! Hand off to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way. At the 10, the 5, touchdown! 4th and 15. It's all down to this. Back to pass. Give and chase. Throws it out there, and he's hit. He's short of the line again. He's short of the line again.
Free kick. Nice header by Keystone Oaks. But taken there by Huth.
Shot on net.
And it's a goal!
Puts it up, and down it goes. That's the game! Playoff win for the Wolverines. Inbound to Caleb Serving. Yes! It's gone! Shoots it! It's over! The boy is over! The Wolverines win!
Left side field, chasing his left fielder. It's going to go all the way out of the ballpark. A home run. Contact there, deep, sending back the center fielder up to the fence line. A base hit there for Luke Raleigh. She will turn and go to third on the triple. Good evening, Ellwood City sports fans. Welcome into the small gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we bring you live coverage of tonight's matchup. It's WPIL Wrestling Junior High and Varsity matchup. It's your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Knoch Knights. This is match number 1 for both these teams, although Ellwood City was at the Hickory Invitational Tournament this past weekend. This is kind of our wrestling match-off or kick-off or tip-off, whatever you want to call it, serve-off for wrestling. Brad Windhorse alongside Mr. Matt Wally. How are you doing? It's been a little bit of maybe 365 days, but looking forward to doing it all again.
Doing great. It's time to get wrestling season underway again. These schools have started already. Knoch had one dual match, and they were both at the Hickory Invitational last weekend, so it's time to get it going back here in Ellwood City.
Yep. And talking about those classifications, this is the second season of the alignments and so forth. So it's the exact same teams as last year. They're on your screen now. They take the top 2 teams plus 2 possible wild cards that are determined by the wrestling committee. I don't think you and I are part of that committee, but we'll leave that one alone. It is the 2A4 Northern standings here for WPL Wrestling. As Matt went and said, Knoch Knights already one match in already. They're 1-0. North Catholic had their one match as well, both non-section games. This is basically section tip-off for all of wrestling. We
don't use that term here.
Yeah.
It's not a tip-off.
It's a kickoff.
Whatever you want to call it. It's
bout off. How about a bout?
It's a starting whistle, but not a tip-off.
Yeah. And we do know our friends, Lawrence County Sports Network is also covering wrestling. They're doing the junior high, I believe, at 6 as well, and the varsity at 7. They're covering the Laurel Mohawk matchup, and that's a good one because Mohawk starts their first inaugural season of wrestling, and that is at Mohawk. So we'll definitely be watching that. That'll give us a good preview of what to expect with the Laurel Spartans. Once again, folks, you can always catch all the action on our website, www.ecwolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole works. We're going to have everything in the next, about probably 10 minutes, not even that, as the Ellwood City Junior High team is finishing getting warmed up, and we'll have a little bit of a preview here and there. We have girls basketball running on right now down in the big gym. We'll have results there. basketball season's underway. Wrestling, we had bocce ball yesterday as well. We got those results out there. Wrestling had a match as well today, or not wrestling, bowling. Bowling was also at Montour today. So we'll have a little bit of a preview and a little bit of a matchup of everything that's been going on with Ellwood City Sports. So we'll take a timeout here, folks. We'll let the Ellwood City Junior High team finish their warm-up, and then we'll come back and we'll get things ready to go. You're watching Ellwood City Sports here, and the first matchup of wrestling for Ellwood City Wolverines. All right, folks, welcome back here to the small gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania. Again, the girls' basketball gym, girls' basketball going on in the big gym. And we just got our announcer and host of ceremonies, Mr. Tom Natal, kind of giving us introductions here for the JV team. And we can go through all those names in the next couple of minutes. And if you want to talk about it here, Matt, what's kind of like a shortened version of a preview for Ellwood City Wrestling? What co-sponsorship they've had this year and everything like that?
Well, Ellwood's co-opted with Riverside again. It's been a couple of years where they were co-opted with Beaver Falls, who brought us Gabe Lilly, who was our best guy for the last couple of years. He graduated. He's wrestling at Clarion University, or nice. I'm sorry, Penn West.
Penn
Clarion.
West, yes.
So the co-op's been dissolved with Beaver Falls and restarted with Riverside. There's grandfathering that goes on. Those Beaver Falls kids that had wrestled here were eligible to, chose not to. So I don't think we have any Beaver Falls wrestlers on the team. It's back to the Ellwood City Riverside co-op, which is nice to see because that's the way our youth program runs. Riverside, right. Ellwood City.
You're talking about the rec
wrestling, REC. Yep. And so they're working hard to rebuild the feeder program down there. Coach Craig Alberts is back involved with the youth program, who was, of course, our varsity coach for many years. His son, Jake Alberts, is his main assistant down at REC. Jake of course, does most of the physical work because he's in far better shape than Craig. And Jake wrestled his 4 years in college at Teal, and is really somebody that relates well to the kids, and they enjoy being around. So hopefully we get that going.
Good.
And it looks like we're ready to start here.
Yep.
It's going to be Slevin Rudy for Ellwood City against Paul Ross from Knoch. I think Ross is going to have another match later, so they'll kind of go through up the weights once and then go back down to the bottom and give him a chance to rest. But this is Slevin coming out aggressively. Nice slide by, attack the head. Slevin is actually probably the kid in the entire program at Ellwood City that puts the most work in, and you can see that the work is paying off. He knows what he's doing out there. Puts a leg in, working the turn with the cross face, leg. Can't really see, but it looks like he had a Blair ride there. Turned him, got the fall. But yeah, very nice by Slevin. Like I said, I really want to see him do well because he puts the work in. I tend to care about the kids that care about the sport the most.
A good start there for Ellwood. Again, folks, if you followed with us in the past couple of years, that gives Ellwood the early 6-0 lead here. Again, junior high set at 6 o'clock, a little bit late start, but we are here nonetheless. Varsity will be at 7.
Okay, Ariana Craig coming out for Ellwood City. And it looks like her opponent is Jack Author. So what I didn't mention, Brad, is that I've every now and then stopped down at the REC practice with Craig and Jake, and Ariana's in there once in a while. And, she knows a little bit what's going on. That a little different ball game up here at the junior high level than with the youth kids. She gets taken down right away, and he's got a half. Author's got a half, and that was pretty short work for Jack Author. Okay, should be Ariana's brother Alex, I believe, coming out for the Wolverines versus Maxon Vranka. Okay, two guys standing straight up and just pushing on each other and reaching for things. And Alex needed to sprawl, get his legs back and his legs away, but it looks to me like the body language when he checked into the table looked like he was a little bit nervous. Maybe hasn't been out there before. Maybe just it's his first junior high experience. I don't know if he wrestled at the youth level, but he looks a little bit hesitant right now. Got his hips away, needs a turn. He's basically out if he just goes to a tripod and turn. There's another half, forearm barred. And that's trouble. Brank is going to sink his weight onto him. About 15 seconds left. And that's it. Referee Sean Kearney, the dean of Beaver County referees, calling the fall.
You are correct. The attire for the coaches for Knoch Knights, gotta love it. The Hawaiian shirts and
Right,
in their school colors. That's something else.
Making a statement. Don't know what. But here we have Clark Kent for Ellwood City versus Cole Rogers. This looks to be like it's around 138 pounds. They're in a collar tie here. And Clark goes for the headlock, gets it. Got his takedown, got his 3 points. We're holding backs. Now it's just a matter of can he adjust? Oh, there's the fall. That was on the opposite side of us. I couldn't really see the shoulder blades, but Clark Kent, you want to go ahead and say it? What he looked like?
Oh, that's so great. You go ahead. You take this
No,
one.
I can't do it. I don't want the low-hanging fruit.
What a name. That's all I could say is what a name for Clark Kent. All right, so we progress now 12-12.
Let's see here. Who we got here? Mackenzie Parks and Kellen Chipka. Mackenzie of Ellwood City, Kellen Chipka for the Knoch Knights. And Chipka's getting heavy on the head. Oh, he's going cruncher right away. It looks like he's probably going to get this. Oh, no. Got his takedown. Didn't get her to her back. 1.5. Looks like common theme here is that Knoch's going to run the half Nelson, and Ellwood City needs to figure out, they need to look away from that, clamp down, brace up the far side. He doesn't have a half right now. She's just got to punch her arm through. There she goes, back to her stomach. And 4 back points awarded. Another half. And this one looks pretty deep. I think that one's going to do it. I think she was trying to tap out. That's not actually a thing in high school wrestling, junior high wrestling.
So another 6 there for the Knights, 18-12. Again, junior high first year. Varsity is slated for 7 o'clock as we see some of the varsity members coming, walking across here shortly.
So we have a slate of 8 junior high matches
Wow.
tonight, but
Okay.
they go pretty quick.
They do.
Quickly,
Yeah.
as you've seen. And let's see, who we have here? Paul Ross again against Ellwood City's other lightweight, Blake Hall. I haven't seen Blake wrestle before. He's getting to work out every day with Slevin, so hopefully he's picking things up quickly. And there's another headlock. Wow, we're going after the headlocks, and they seem to like to run halves. Another fall with the headlock. The head and arm. It's a move that beginners try a lot. And then we progress into higher level techniques. And then when they get real up to the top level again, they might go back to that. But let's just let it go. Here comes Ariana Craig again. Let's see. This is Henry Allen of Knoch. There we go, headlock. I mean, can't say that I love the Ellwood City strategy of go out and grab for somebody's head as fast as you can. She's got a half in and a far ankle, which is weird, but apparently going to work. Sometimes pure aggression is
Better than not.
Really going to get it done. When you have two wrestlers that aren't real experienced and technically advanced, sometimes it's just aggression. She might have been a little bit angry after the first match because she went out and got that one.
I would say. It's a good victory there for the Wolverines. They take the 24-18 lead, and Craig will split 1-1 tonight, so that's good for her. She kind of
and skips. Oh, Coach Frazier, I hope you get that out of the program.
I don't see that happening next week.
All right, Kellen Chupka of Knoch coming out again. This time versus Amelia Hoffman of Ellwood. No, I'm sorry. I missed something here. This looks like Alex Craig again.
Believe so.
That's not what I had listed as a match. So. Oh, a leg attack. Might be the first committed leg attack we've seen. I saw a reach before, and then that's just climbing the body. Alex needs to belly out as he's getting taken down. Just have to have a feel for when the takedown's inevitable. Time to belly out and not make things worse. So that was Carson Sunday. I heard somebody yelling, "Yay, Carson." I didn't have that match on my list. So I'm guessing that this one's going to be Kellen Chupka again versus Amelia Hoffman.
As the varsity team rolls in here for the Knoch Knights.
Yeah, they all get nice close-up shots.
Yeah.
You know, they should say what elementary school they went to, like it's Monday Night Football, something like that. Some good publicity for the Knights here.
Yep. So that'll even up the score here, 24 apiece.
Whoops, missed that one. Well, there's an 8-second fall. I was looking down at my notes and didn't see it. But when it happens in 8 seconds, what can you do? Okay, here we go. Cole Rogers versus Mackenzie Parks. I believe this is the final junior high match of the evening. Again, they're in a collar tie, working for inside control. And there's a shot. Sproul could get a go behind for three here. Get those hips in. Got to drop the hips. She's holding on to the head too long and ended up getting chased down. There's a 3-point takedown for Rogers. And that's pretty much just picking up a leg and rolling her over. There's the fall. And that'll do it for the junior high. So when we break here, I'll try to go get the weigh-in sheets, Brad. And
yep.
We'll try to find out what the matchups are going to be looking like for high school. Of course, at the varsity level, the coaches are allowed to move their wrestler up one weight from where they weigh in. So, there's some strategy involved in where you weigh the kids in and what weights you can cover. So try to get that picture painted here on the break.
All right, sounds good, folks. We'll take a break here. Junior high match officially in the books here in the first one of the season. Knoch 36, Ellwood 24. We'll reset everything. We'll take a little bit of break, and we'll get you ready to go here for varsity as soon as we can. Stay with us, folks, here on Ellwood City Sports. The following is an Ellwood City Sports production. Good evening, folks. Welcome into the small gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we cover WPIL Wrestling. It's match number 1 between your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Knoch Knights. Thank you for tuning in and joining us here tonight. 6 o'clock was the junior high match. That one was officially final at 36-24 in favor of the Knoch Knights as we get rolling for the varsity matchup. The head coach for the Knoch Knights is Josh Orris. And as we go through the list of individuals here, Mr. Tom Littell calling out the members here. So at the 107 mark, that was officially Brody Forback. At the 114 mark was Declan Krepp. For Ellwood City is Braden McClure. Next level here is at the 121. That's Caden Hassler. And for the Ellwood City Wolverines, that'll be Oliver Richards. At 127, that is Cole Hoff. And then for the Wolverines, that's Cheyenne Berglund. At the 133 level, that's Jarrett Crow. And for the Wolverines, that's Corday Crum. Next up is at the 145. That's Joseph Gigliotti, as well as Owen Lehue. And for the Wolverines, at the 145 level, is Gavin McClure. At 152, we have Braden McGowan for the Knights. And for the Wolverines, it'll be Lewis Leslie and Cohen DeJoseph. At the 160-pound level, that's Keegan Orris. And for the Wolverines, it's Ethan Simmons. At the 172 level, we have Carson Welsh. And for the Wolverines, that's Danny Viscuso. Couple more here at the 189. That's Carson Welsh, as well as Matthew Neff. And for the Wolverines, Danny Viscuso. Getting some weights here. At the 215 level, that'll be Ethan Nowicki. And for the Wolverines, that'll be Jaden DeLauder.
Somehow the Knights line has shifted down into our laps.
Yeah, it's kind of right in our laps. And the one thing I did notice, the 139 level, the 285 level, there is nobody listed. I'm surprised no 285s tonight for both teams.
No, but it looks like they'll be able to bump up from
Yeah.
215, so they're going to try to cover that. And here we go for the flip, which is always important in a high school match, especially when there are two teams with some holes in the lineup and some apparent mismatches on paper. And so Knoch
landed on red.
Let's see if we can hear.
Let's see what we get here. So
Ellwood City has the choice on the odd matches. And Knoch has even. I'm not sure who won the flip because it was red, and that's on the Ellwood side, but red's usually the visitor.
Once again, the head coach for the Wolverines, that will be John Fleming. And this is officially, I want to say, his 4th or 5th year. I want to say it's the 5th year now already for John Fleming, an overall record of 29-43.
So there's a forfeit at 107 right away.
Yep,
That's,
jumping right into it.
34 back.
So again, Knoch Knights had somebody at the 107 level.
So we're going to really be starting the action here at 114. It's Braden McClure from Ellwood City against Declan Krepp. Declan Krepp looks to me like he might not be real experienced. I just shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but you've been around long enough, you kind of see some telltale signs. And Braden's in on a double right away and gets his 3 on the boundary, drags the toes nicely, and takes him out. So for wrestling fans out there watching, if you're familiar with Lehigh University, they wrestle in a small, old facility like this. Oh, here's Braden working for a tilt. He's accumulating near fall points. Sean Kearney awards the full set of four back points. That's called the Snake Pit at Lehigh, and I'd like to say that we're wrestling here by choice in the Ellwood City Snake Pit, but it's really not. It's just an old gym.
Yep. Again, folks, some girls basketball down at the varsity big gym there. Still a good venue for us here at the front row. Kind of neat to be up close.
I do like being down that side.
Agreed.
Krepp's gotten an escape here. Are working neutral. Braden's in on another double, which he's getting real easily. He needs to start worrying about getting a fall here instead of going after a technical fall or a major decision. Ellwood's going to need every point they can get here, so he needs to start applying pressure on top. Just take him off. There he goes. Braden's working a chicken wing, but it's short time here. And it's just as well that he didn't take him over there with that little time, because he couldn't have gotten a fall, and that's really what he needs to be shooting for, aiming for. Up for a stand-up for a quick escape. Could have probably had a caution there on the Knoch wrestler for his referee's position, but I don't think you're going to get those calls out of Sean Kearney unless it's really egregious. He just wants the action to move. Let him wrestle. Braden with a go behind for another 3-point takedown. So it's 14-1 now, and I mean, I'm sure Braden can pick up the technical fall at any time, but it's going to be tough to get the pin and the extra point, the extra bonus point. Gives him one for the neutral start, kicks him out for an escape. So 14-2, and he needs to take him straight to up. So, Krepp did a nice job of bailing there, getting out of trouble, giving up the takedown. 5 points for the tech fall for Ellwood, but I mean, really, that's when you'd like to get the fall. We do have a fairly nice crowd in here.
Yeah, good group still coming in as we speak.
Yeah, and so we're up to 121 pounds. That's Oliver Richards from Ellwood City versus Caden Hassler from Knoch. As we talked about in the junior high match, you got a couple guys here with, they don't appear to be polished wrestlers, so look for the more aggressive guy to kind of have his way. If the conditioning's equal, that usually holds up. Hassler's in on a leg, won't let go. Richards could probably bundle this position, and I know that Coach Fleming's a big fan of the bundle from out front. Now he's got him flat. He needs to extend his arms, just put the pressure on his shoulders. He ought to be able to come behind here, cross face, make it a little bit uncomfortable for that guy to hold on to his leg, but he didn't. Didn't ever break the lock. It became a stalemate position from when Richards actually was in the favorable position. I'd like to get that takedown for sure.
Yep.
Got a blood stoppage
here for blood, yeah. Nice little assist there from the JV coaches staff here for Knoch Knights. Again, head coach is Josh Orris. The assistant coaches, Brian Kundrad, Jim McGowan, Evan Lehue, and Gavin McGowan. And for the Ellwood City Wolverines, John Fleming once again, and assistant coach Dominic Corr. Tandem there that's been kind of a staple point here for the Wolverines wrestling team past 5 or so, I think it's now actually 6 years.
Well, you want to go all the way back to Donnie's wrestling career. I don't know how far back that goes.
Yeah.
But he was a 3-year varsity wrestler here at Ellwood. So, and those were some of our better teams in recent years. And Donnie was, he was a tough kid and very coachable. Do anything you asked of him. Really bought in. Oh, there's a double by Richards. He's got him dropped to his hip. Needs to work up and cover the hips. There it is. Covers the hips. 3-point takedown. I don't want to miss any action here singing the praises of Donnie Kerr. That's about enough for him. All right, well, I mean, Richards is draped over this inside arm, which isn't great, but he's, I don't know what he's actually trying. Now he's almost in a Peterson position. He's still maintaining control with that back hooked leg, but this is going to be a reversal. There's your reversal, and gives up the half. Luckily, time expires on the boundary. 3 near fall points, so 5-3. But it's painful to watch when our team gives away half Nelsons and rolls to their back. I mean, that's first week stuff. Look away, clamp down, post on the far side.
So we'll set up for the second period here. 2 minutes back up on the board.
Richards down in a referee's position. Had his weight forward to start with. Now he's got his head down and hands stuck on the mat. There's another half. Now he's just reaching back to grab first the leg and then trying to grab around the waist with two hands. It just needs to get out of the half, build up to a base, seal off the arms. Now there's a bad half, and he clamped down, opened up the other side. Again, it's like youth level stuff. Jump from side to side with your halves, and there's the fall for Knoch.
So I'll place 6 points up on the board there for the Knights with that official fall. They take a 12-5 lead here. Again, that was the 121 weight level.
Okay, 127. We've got Cole, Howe, Hoff versus Cheyenne Berglund of Ellwood City. Cheyenne's a senior. She's been with us well back into the youth. He's trying to dig an underhook there. Take advantage of what strength edge he might have there. Working the ties heavy. Cheyenne trying for a sweep single. Decent attempt there. And the good thing was that she got back out of the position, didn't stay down on the mat. Worked back to her feet. She wanted to go there, couldn't clear the tie. You've got to clear hands before you can attack with the legs. And she's got her head buried in there, kind of backing up. It's not an offensive position. Again, looking for the single. But, she's got to really sweep to that single leg, and there she got caught underneath. And Howe with the go behind for three. Not a lot going on here on the boundary. I don't think there's going to. Short time in the period. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to pull her in, and they're just going to let the clock expire here. So it was Knoch is the red team in the match. They deferred, and Cheyenne selected top after consulting with Coach Fleming. She's going to do anything she can to try to get a cradle here. But the Knoch wrestler's right to his feet, just kind of hog ties her, throws her to the ground. Wasn't a real wrestling move. It was just grab on and swing her down. Now, Cheyenne does have a lot of experience. She is trying to defend the half. She's fighting the hand coming in, which as long as you can stop it from getting all the way in, she's doing all right with that. But I'd prefer to see her clamp the elbow to her rib cage to rip that whole arm down. Again, there's just not a lot to talk about here. They're trying to run the half every opportunity. He's got it in here. He's got the far wrist barred up. There's the turn. Cheyenne needs to bridge up, fight an arm through, fight her left arm between their two bodies, try to get back to her belly. There's only 12 seconds left in the period. The Knoch wrestler has his head down and his hips up, so he's not applying all the pressure that he can, and she's probably going to make it out of this period. There it is. There's the end of the period. She survived. There's four near fall points, makes it 11-0. I mean, as the match wears on, you can see that his strength is wearing on her a little bit. And she's not able to fight that half off as well as she was before. Now, this should clearly be a caution on the top wrestler. And there it is. I mean, like, as I said, Sean Kearney's not going to call cheap cautions, but that one was obvious. You got to have your palm behind the elbow if you're the top wrestler. I mean, Cheyenne really hasn't made an attempt to escape. All she's done from bottom is be able to try to fight the half off. So, you know, you need to generate movement. If you don't have movement, it's, you know, almost inevitable that you're going to get put in a pinning combination. And we're looking real close to a full Nelson here. I think there probably was a full Nelson applied. It was close. But now, I mean, Knoch is really just hammering a bar on the far wrist and a half Nelson. I mean, and that's, you know, that's really first week of wrestling stuff when you're 8 years old. Got a potentially dangerous call. So with a fresh start here, let's see if Cheyenne can get a little movement on the bottom. She needs to go on the whistle here instead of just kind of sit back and wait for that half. Another thing is we're letting the halves in real easily because the Ellwood wrestlers' elbows are getting out away from their bodies. So that allows the half Nelson to come in. You really need to keep the elbows tight and seal off so that half can't get in there in the first place. Now she's in trouble again. She opened up to it. As I said, as the strength starts to wear on you, you know, it gets harder and harder to survive these attacks from the bottom if there's no motion and movement. There's a technical fall. 4 near fall points. She got off her back. That makes it 15-0, and it's a tech fall. Bringing the team score to 17 for Knoch and 5 for Ellwood City. And at 1:33, Ellwood has to send a wrestler out first. Looks like Knoch went out first. I thought it was Ellwood's turn to go. So this, I believe that's Jarrett Crow from Knoch. Okay, so these two are both weighted at 133. They elected not to wrestle at 133. They're going to wrestle at 139. Okay. So that's where we are. We're at 139. There was no match at 133. This is Corday Crum from Ellwood, and he gets cow catcher cement job. It's basically right into a half, and there's another quick fall. This one's getting out of hand in a hurry.
So we'll jump up to the 145 level.
I didn't even have time to mention that Corday Crum wrestled another guy named Crum last weekend at the Hickory
Crum versus
Invitational.
Crum.
So we had Crum on Crum violence.
You had crumbs on the mat.
The entire Hickory tournament went very badly for Ellwood, so we're not going to talk about any more results of that. Okay, so we're at 145 here. Gavin McClure for Ellwood City. And this looks like Owen Lehue for Knoch. Lehue's their best guy, without question. So there's a takedown and an escape. Almost like a dump action throw, kind of. Another 3-point takedown and 3 near fall points. 9-1. So Lehue, I think, lost in the first round. They were at Hickory also last weekend. He lost in the first round and then won 6 matches on the backside to come in third. That's a really hard way to do it. It's a lot of wrestling, and sometimes third can be pretty good. But, I mean, again, you know, winning on the backside not the same as winning in the winners bracket. So you got a wing and a far wrist here, chicken wing far wrist. Gavin's over his back in about 35 seconds, and he's not going to make it. Okay, up to 152. And I don't know, this has got to be either Joseph Gelati or Braden McGowan, not sure which. For Ellwood City, it's Cohen to Joseph out here in his first varsity action after. Well, we're not going to mention Hickory again, like I said. Cohen's been around the youth program for several years. Got a little bit of experience. But quick go behind. Just a little spin. Cohen gets broken flat. He's got to build back up to a base and get some movement going. He's working to keep his head up. Now needs to get his knees under him. Start to work. Looks like he's got a reinforced wing. Now it doesn't have it reinforced, but he's got a wing and possibly the far wrist. Cohen Goes over to his back, tried to roll all the way through, but got caught. Caught there, and there's about 25 seconds left where the Knoch wrestler is adjusted to a half, it looks like. And there's another fall. Okay, I think that was probably McGowan. He's usually the guy that goes out for them at 52. And this should be Keegan Orris of Knoch against Lewis Leslie of Ellwood City. Lewis, freshman. Hey, Lewis goes after a single leg. Pops his head to the outside, switches to a double. I mean, the thought was there. He went after something. Better than sitting back and catching all night. And he lost position. Giving up a takedown here. The side cradle, a little head in the ribs cradle. Got him to his hip. Got the takedown. Nice mat return by Orris. I mean, you know, that breakdown we just saw, there was like a 2 hands to the far knee. It's not real advanced stuff. But got a near cradle locked up. Lewis has his arm inside the arms inside the cradle, so that ought to help him to be able to keep his shoulders off the mat. Still got the cradle locked, but if Lewis could have broken the grip there, he might have found himself in a good position. But right now, he's in a world of hurt. And with 40 seconds left in the first, another fall.
And that should bring us up to 160 now.
I believe this is Barry Nueva. Is that somebody on your roster?
Not on this one. Yeah, Max. This is Max.
Max Barry Nueva,
yep.
I believe, for Knoch against Ethan Simmons of Ellwood City, who I believe is a brand new wrestler. He gets taken down right off the bat. Yeah, this is Max Barrianueva. I think we've got 2 inexperienced wrestlers here. Going at it. Simmons, a sophomore. Barrianueva, I didn't have on my preliminary list, but yeah, I see he's on these rosters that the school provided. He's right here. Freshman, 172. So they're able now to bump up and cover all the weight classes. They slid him into the lineup, and that was nearly a potentially dangerous chicken wing as the hand was working forward. But back to the half. Doesn't even have a far wing, and hey, I think Coach Fleming will be spending some time defending half Nelsons at practice, hopefully for the rest of these guys' careers. All right, up to 189. It's Nathan Chandler from Ellwood City. He's another guy. He's an experienced wrestler. And this will have to be Bronson Siebel from Knoch, I think, stepping up a weight class so they can fill all the classes here in this section match. Get himself a little mat time. I know Nate Chandler, he's going for a throw. he does shuck Seibel by for a 3-point takedown, working on top. Nate slimmed down quite a bit this year. I don't know if you noticed that, Brad.
I did notice that, actually. I believe he was he was at the 215, right? Correct?
Yeah. And he's now weighing in under 189. I wouldn't be surprised if he is eligible to drop to 172 at some point this season. I don't know that that's always a bargain, going down weights into quicker guys or staying up with the, bulkier wrestlers. And Nate's trying to run a half of his own here. He's got it. Nothing with the other hand, so he just kind of splits the legs. Now he catches the elbow, and he's kind of in an awkward position, but sinking deeper around the head, grabbing his own thigh, perfectly legal, but putting some more pressure on that way. And if he walks his left hand out, gets a fall anyway. So
it's good for Nathan Chandler.
Second win of the season for Chandler.
Good. One that Ellwood definitely needed for the scoreboard there. Makes it now 47-11. So we swing to the 215 mark here.
Yeah, this is 215. Danny Viscuso stepping up a weight class. And who do we have here for Knoch?
Nowicki was at the 215 possibly.
Danny's in deep on a double, working up. He's got a reverse half. He can lock his hands with that arm encircled, and he's going to be in real good shape here. Danny's a youngster. He's a sophomore, wrestled on the junior high team, and there's another fall. I think Nowicki has to be going out at heavyweight because he was the only one that weighed in at 215. So. He's the only one that would be able to move up to heavyweight. So somewhere in there we had Neff and Welsh, those last two matches, and I'm not really sure which one was which. Okay, Jaden DeLauder for Ellwood City, he's a sophomore. Again, another kid that's been around a while, not putting in a ton of off-season training, but he has been around the program, has some experience, working back to the center of the mat. Gonna have to get a little closer before those fakes start to have an effect. And on a high crotch. He's in on the high crotch, trying to switch off to a double, which he does. He's going to have a hard time finishing. Oh, he does. He finishes inbounds, gets his three-point takedown, and immediately releases him to his feet. Try to get another one. He shot there and never grabbed a leg until his opponent had a chance to score. He still catches a leg, rolled through that position. Another takedown. So it's going to be another release for 6-2. If he just closes the gap, I mean, he's penetrating when he wants to. The reaction from Nowicki, well, that wasn't much of a shot, and he still gets to a leg. I mean, I'm not sure that I would continue to let the guy off bottom in this situation. I think that Jaden, if he can finish this takedown, would definitely want to ride the period out. and might want to give up on that because he seems to be winding himself a little bit, gassing out by doing all the work in this match. And, at the upper weights, that's not always the easiest thing. The conditioning and stamina it's a little more of an issue than it is for a 170-pounder. So 6'2", he didn't get a takedown there, and spent some energy. I think at this point, just win your match.
Mm-hmm.
The dual match is over. It doesn't matter. We're gonna choose neutral, but. So Knoch wants to shake hands again, which of course is not required. But, he's trying to go upper body and headlock, and it looked like Jaden could just bear hug him to his back. But he's going to pop his head out, go behind. I mean, he could run to the side, throw a deep half, and bury this kid right now. Wow. That was a sequence where, Jaden really should have scored. And, I mean, this guy's showing you that he's probably a fairly new wrestler, putting himself in some dangerous positions. And Jaden just kind of reached around the waist, slid down to the legs. It's going to be enough for a three-point takedown. I'd like to see him work on top now. Like, bottom wrestlers reaching back, which is a cardinal sin. Get a breakdown, go for the turn and the fall. Or at least, go ahead and ride. Like we said, we're not really desperate for bonus points or anything. It doesn't matter at this point. I think Jaden could just stand there. He's not going to be attacked. So, why put yourself in harm's way? He's got his head stuck in there. I mean, he's touching the legs, but not in a great position. He ought to be able to wrestle through it. With this guy, Knoch, I don't really believe has a lot of experience in those positions. So Knoch with the choice in the third period, they choose top, which, hey, take your chance. See if you can get a turn on a pin. You can see they work on the far, capturing the far wrist and running the half. Jaden came out the back there, and Knoch fell to his back but rolled through. We got some action there, including Jaden getting 3 back points, a reversal, 3 back points, followed by another reversal for Knoch. I think the scoreboard is incorrect. It's the next stoppage of action here. Mr. Kearney will approach the scoring table and get it straight. Nothing to worry about. And Sean's talking to the table, but not really missing any action on the mat. Jaden's clamping down on that elbow, and these guys they're gassed. Oh no, Jaden puts his elbow up around his opponent's head. That could have been real trouble. Now they're both standing straight up. They look like a couple of boxers in the 15th round that had their faces punched for a long time. Knoch's just exposing his legs. Jaden grabbed. If he would just take a real penetration step shot, knee slide into that position, he would finish without much problem. And there's 3 more points for Jaden DeWater to finish that match. I'm sure he didn't intend to go the whole 6 minutes, but he had to. So now he's a tired wrestler. So that one ended up 19-5. I'm sure Jaden desperately wanted to end that early. I don't know. We're questioning whether they have the final score right. I don't know if they're questioning whether they missed an escape in there after one of the takedowns. And the score. What do you know what the final score was? It looks like they left it 19-5. They got 5 more for Ellwood. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Coach John Fraser here, as seeing if he had the information. But it appears that they left that final score with about 19-5, making the team score 22. Which, wait a second, they had to. No, that would be adding 5 points. We had 17.
Right.
If you had 5, that had to be a technical fall. So one of these is wrong on the scoreboard. Well, probably not. No, it looks like 22-47 is the final team score, which means they would have had to have been a technical fall there. We got a little bonus action here. Not really paying attention to who went out there as we were trying to get the final score right. Lewis Leslie came out. He's taking shots, making attempts. Actually, he got a takedown, was still in control, locked hands. And that's a tricky position when you still have control and working from the front. A lot of guys give that locked hands, even at the college level. So there's a takedown for Lewis, then followed by a locked hands technical violation, 1 point for Knoch, and a reversal for Knoch, which, another cardinal sin. Once you've locked hands, just keep them locked. Don't make it worse. Let go and give up a reversal. Well, working side to side, looking for halves. Well, Brad, I'm going to let you take the action here. I'm going to head over to the scores table
and figure out what's going
on.
See
what happened there at the 285-pound
Sounds
weight
good.
class and get us an answer.
Yep. So we'll let Matt Wally here take a little trip over, see what the score officially was based upon those results. We do believe it was a technical foul or technical fall, which would be 5 points, which would give the official final score in the varsity matchup 47-22. They awarded a point there, and that will finish the period in favor of Wolverine here. 4-3 as we head to the second period. Ellwood will be on bottom here. Start of the second period here. 4-3. See if we got a official word here.
The official word is that the 285-pound match finished at 19-4.
Okay.
So it was a technical fall. They had awarded the Knoch wrestler one extra escape point earlier in the match. So I would imagine that this is Joseph Gelati from Knoch, be my guess. He's somebody that weighed in, and now they're going to just run an exhibition match with him and Lewis Leslie. Well, maybe not. There's another Knoch wrestler warming up back here who I haven't seen wrestle yet. This guy out here, he looks familiar. Brad, who is he?
I want to say that was. What did we say? Was it
Joseph. I heard somebody say, "Come on, Joseph."
So it'd be Gigliotti then.
Gelati.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. That'd be Joseph Gigliotti.
Lewis trying to go cow catcher there, but really he gets called for a headlock there. Illegal headlock, I should say. Walking around the head without having an arm encircled. We're getting all kind of violations here. There's a slam call. Lewis kind of took a circuitous route to get on top there in the referee's position. So it's now 6-5 for Knoch. Lewis trying to work double unders. A nice throw by. That was nice. To a bundle. I mean, I think that should have been a takedown a little bit ago. It doesn't matter. It's takedown now and near fall points. Oh, and they just go out of bounds. I think Lewis had him dead to rights, but picks up 3 near fall. Is that only 3? totally hating what I'm seeing from Lewis Leslie in this match. He's aggressive, executing some, nice techniques. Now he's just got to fight through the fatigue. I haven't seen a whole lot of leg attacks from Knoch, so you never want to. Oh, there's one. There's one. He goes high crotch, and Lewis is on his butt. He's in trouble, and now he bails. Okay, but he's still got time to build up to a base and get out of here. The score tied at 11. But again, we're giving up inside position, arm position on when Ellwood's on bottom. So you go, there it is again, half and far wrist. So we're going to 1 minute. 1 minute of sudden victory overtime. I don't know why they have the scores 12-11. Oh, Sean showed the score. Put 1 minute on the clock, and he put one point.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is 1 minute of sudden victory. First score of any sort will win the match in this minute. And Lewis is gassed.
Yeah.
He really had an easy snap down there. The kid made a weak reach attempt, but I don't know that he has the energy to pull off much. There's another high crotch. He's got the position now. Lewis has the position. He just needs to keep working the angle. Yeah, get your hips down and your leg back. He went cradle and pulled the other guy on top of him, and then lost the cradle. 3 points, and just kind of losing a little bit of focus at the end of that match. He really should have just kept hip pressure, wiggled back, and scored the go behind when he stopped the initial shot. Okay, so we've got Ethan Simmons again. He's trying to get some mat time for experience. He gives up a quick go behind for a takedown. And do you want to call it, Brad? It's a half and a far wrist. Lost the far wrist, but can't bridge on your shoulder blades. That doesn't work. That's a pin, so, get on the top of your head to bridge. But these guys will learn. They got a long season ahead of them. Lots of ways they can improve. I'm sure coach will get them up to speed as well as he can.
Yep. So that will officially close the book on tonight's opening match here. Final score: the Knoch Knights 47, Ellwood City 22. Did have a schedule here. I wanted to make an announcement about that. Up next for the Wolverines will be next Wednesday, a week from now, 7 o'clock varsity, obviously junior high at 6. That will be at North Catholic. That'll be a good one. North Catholic already had their non-section match, I think, on Monday, I believe it was. I can't recall, but they are 0-1 there. Then they will come back after the Christmas break, take on Newcastle. That'll be a good one. Nice to see the Hurricanes there. Summit Academy also at home, back-to-back. And then they'll take a little bit of a trip to Northwestern Wildcat Duels. A big one Wednesday, January 14th, Mohawk. And then at Laurel, another great one there. That Laurel team should be pretty darn good. So we'll have at least 1, 2, 3 more matches here at home, and we'll try to cover as much as we can. Some neat stuff.
Newcastle and Summit I guess it's a try match. It could be just a doubleheader, but it's probably a try where
that's what I was
the
wondering.
teams will each each wrestle the other.
There we go. Saw that happening here.
Somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, they unplugged our power strip there. Once we get a little confirmation there, we'll reset it here real quick.
As soon as they get the new press box built here in the,
you're good.
Small gym, we won't have that problem.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. We're all good. All good.
I don't know if anyone could hear that on the stream, but I wasn't going to use names. I don't want to say guilty party, but the
we'll give a pass to Tom.
Hey.
We'll give a pass to Tom. I'll let you guys figure out the end of it. But either way, we will have as much as coverage as we can have coming up for wrestling. Again, folks, their next match at North Catholic, 7 o'clock.
So when you say as much
Wednesday.
as we can, does that mean we're going to North Catholic?
Possibly. Well, I'll have to look at the schedule. It all depends on the schedule.
There are a lot of good bars and restaurants around North Catholic, so I'm willing to make the trip. Just got to give me a couple days' notice so I can clear the schedule.
We'll figure it out. I know we also would like to we're going to try. And I do have an update that I did get from bowling. We do know that Charlotte Eller was on a heater tonight. She finished a 648 series, so that's over 200 average of all three games. So we'll have results from the bowling matches. Unfortunately, folks, we're going to try and get senior night for bowling as well. Their matches are 3:30. That is very hard for a teacher to go from 3 o'clock to be ready to go at 3:30. We're going to see what we can do there. So there's that. We have the results of the bocce match from yesterday. Ellwood City was victorious 3 games to 1. Ellwood's team 1 was 2-0. Ellwood's second team was 1-1. And we do have a final for the girls' game. Final score was Southside 42, Ellwood 27. So there's that results. That kind of wraps us up for the week, except for Friday. Friday will be boys basketball. We'll be covering that one back down at the big gym. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. We start section play for boys basketball versus Freedom. Any last thoughts for tonight?
No, it was ugly, and we'll move on.
Well, it was kind of a ugly result, but in the end, there were a couple matches and bouts there to get that 22 score. Again, final score here, varsity Knoch 47, Ellwood City 22. The junior high match was 36-24 in favor of Knoch. Again, folks, we do appreciate you tuning in. We'll have all the stats, results, and standings on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. On behalf of Ellwood City Sports, Mr. Matt Wally, appreciate you coming out once again, doing the best thing that you can do and helping us out and making things a lot easier for us. Brad Windhorst for camera and the stream. We'll see you later, folks. Good night, and we'll see you on Friday for basketball.